What's up, rhinos? Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. I hope I didn't scare you, but I kind of hope I did. Let's charge on, right? Totally cool. We got some cello music on. Do you want to listen to what I listen to during the day? Nice and easy, nice and simple. Keeps me nice, right? So like, had a full day so far, stopped home, went to the gym to recharge, and now we're back. So let's let everyone get into the room. We're going to go over a couple of the upgrades that we made since yesterday's call. And also, I want to go ahead and reintroduce Rhino Well. It's a complete free service, and it is something we do for a lot of people. And the thing is, a lot of people don't know it even exists. So it's quite funny. So you see me on this call, you see me every day, and you see all the things that we're doing. And you probably say to yourself, how does Anthony even find the time, find the energy? Like, how does he do this? On top of all this, he's newly married with a child back home, right? Like a lot is going on. On top of all that, we also run probably the most successful stock, I don't want to say recommendation because it's illegal to recommend any type of security without a securities license. The most successful stock research platform, right? And I'm not sure that anyone even really knows about it, right? Like we have plenty of people in Rhino that do know about it, and I'm going to show you everything. Like we said with everything else, we have a ledger. We have real time. You can see what we do. So I want to go ahead and just reshare that with you because if you would like to participate, why not, right? All right, cool. We have a lot of people in here. We'll give it one more minute to let everyone else get in. Hey, Frida from Israel. Frida, do you know you're winning the affiliate program again so far this month? Guys, I cannot express enough. A, Frida's kicking everyone's butt. B, we're going to reintroduce the partnership platform tomorrow. We did show it again yesterday. We can show it again today. It will be part of the upgrades that I share with you, but it's going to be super duper duper by tomorrow because I'm going to spend tomorrow recopying the site, right? Like, re-messaging it, rewriting all the text, and that goes for the partnership stuff as well, which means tomorrow I don't want to know nothing about nothing. I'm going to sit here and just type the best stuff I can think of, which will allow you to then send it to everybody that you want. So, that's pretty good. Okay, greetings from Celebration, Florida. And we, Deborah, I never even knew there was a Celebration, Florida. Now I don't think there's another city other than Celebration, Florida. Which is really, really cool. Oh, Laura's on. Laura, you're going to love one of the things that we've done. And I actually do want your opinion on it because we did it for you. Let me see who else I have. I think that's, okay. Everyone else that made a suggestion is not on at the moment. Otherwise, I'd call them out and see what they think. Cool. All right, so let's go to shared screen. Okay, so let's do this. This we're going to hide for a moment because that is the super duper cool thing I'm going to show you. But first, let's go to the site and see if you like the upgrades we've made since yesterday. Let's go to Google today, right? So let's see where Google is ranking us. Distributive marketing. Number one. Now, if you think this is number one, it's not. This is a paid ad. This is number one because we're not paying anything. We just have that much traffic to the site that everyone clicks it, that everyone goes right here. How cool. Chat function. Sue, sorry if already confirmed. Where do we go to access recorded daily webinars? All right, so let's start with that. And Sue, don't ever be sorry. Anytime you say anything, it is the light of my life. All right, so you come onto the main page, you scroll down, you'll see Rhino Vlog. Vlog standing for video blog. Click it, and you will have all of our calls right here. They're all in order from most recent to less recent, right? I guess that's what it is. Hey, Mayor, have a great day. You can go right here. Perfect. My pleasure, Sue. All right, so let's go back to the site. Now, a couple of things that we changed. So Laura had written me, first of all, I don't know if anyone knows Laura. She's literally one of my favorite people. She will write me a novel every day. And it's always so cute because always in the novel, she's like, oh, sorry for writing a novel. But I don't think she is because I write a novel right back to her. And if you took our emails, you could create a book larger than like a library, right? And I love it. So what her recommendation was that in Rhino Marketplace, if we could go ahead, oh, I thought it was done. Okay, so it's not done yet. Okay, so it's not live yet. Let me see if I could just show you what I was talking about so you don't think I'm completely nuts. Yeah, Tanya does that. Let me pull this up. All right. So what Laura was saying was that we wanted to have the Rhino logo a little smaller because everyone's on Rhino, duh. Like the Rhino logo doesn't need to be everywhere, but it does have an importance, right? Like this Rhino stands behind this company, but it should be smaller. So Natalia, who's working on this today, sent this to me earlier and asked me, Anthony, do you like the way this looks? And I said, yeah, sure. I go, our community is going to tell us whether they like it or not. She goes, should I wait till you show it or just start doing all of them? And I said, go for it. If our people don't like it, they'll surely share it with us and then we'll just change it. But let's see what this looks like. So the logo is far smaller. The title of the company is going to be underneath it with the company logo being right here. That's what every one of these companies is going to look like. And if we'd like to improve it further, we can. But I suspect it's not live yet because she's working on every one individually. So Laura, I hope you like that, because if not, we're just going to have to do it some more. Anthony, Mary's my friend, and this is her second Zoom with you. Oh, cool. So Mary from Israel too, or Frida is just like Carmen San Diego, and she knows everyone from everywhere, which we love, right? So, okay, so that is what the marketplace is going to look like. That's the upgrades there. And mind you, the search engine's getting so strong. Yeah, Mary's from Israel, cool. Is getting so strong that companies or individuals are going to start being able to come to a search engine and find niche type of things like, I don't know, I want to. So my wife and I watched Sesame Street with our son. And on Sesame Street, Dave Matthews came on. And Dave Matthews is my favorite artist of all time and quickly becoming my wife's favorite artist. And he plays the guitar. And he was teaching Elma how to play the guitar. And I said to my wife, I would like to learn how to play the guitar. What if we could teach Christian how to play guitar? Well, what if Christian or my wife or me wanted to come and find someone that could teach guitar? What if we came to Rhino Marketplace and just typed in guitar? Boom, easy guitar basics, right? That is a company on Rhino. Our search engine found a company on Rhino that could teach you how to play the guitar. Now, that might sound silly. Okay, Anthony, it's a guitar. But take that and multiply it. If you could then come to the search engine and find niche things other than just big things, that's going to make this quite valuable. And that's the path we're going down. So that's enough with the marketplace for now. Sorry, my nose is itchy. What else did we do yesterday? Oh, the partner page. Okay. So we wanted to upgrade, yeah, right? So let's go. So we're on the main page now, and we want to become a partner of Rhino. All right. So we go scroll down, and here's all of our icons, Rhino partners. Okay, cool. Now, what we said yesterday was, wow, we have email and Instagram. That's pretty cool. But what about some other icons? What if somebody wants to go ahead and post about Rhino on their Facebook page or their Twitter or their WhatsApp? What if they want to text message them? What if they want to put it on LinkedIn? Every one of these icons allows you to do so. So say, for instance, you want to email a couple of friends, right? Click email. Hi, friend. If I could take a moment of your time to let you know about Rhino. They're a company I came across and immediately became very interested in, right? So this is a copy that we wrote. And like I said, tomorrow I'm revamping all the copy. So if you want to do this and then keep this copy or make your own copy, God bless. I fully support it. If you want to wait till tomorrow and you trust that I'm going to come up with that super duper duper copy, I support that as well. The important part about this is this link right here. If you copy it, so copy link, this is it's already coded to be your affiliate link. So if you go into this on your page and copy this entire thing and paste it to your friends or to your family or to whomever, they're going to click this link. Now, when we go ahead and see where the link takes us, as you can see, let me just lower this so you can see it. Says distributivemarketing.com, Dear Wall Street. So it's taking us to the Wall Street page. And then question mark AFMC equals 1C. That's my affiliate link, which means anyone that then goes to this page and does anything, I'm going to be rewarded for. So when an individual comes to this page that I recommended it to, and they want to become a partner, or they want to join a live meeting, I'm going to get rewarded 10 Rhino coin for that member doing such action, right? Now, Anthony last night said, hey, listen, we should have a second call to action on this page, because to assume anyone's going to watch 7 videos before they finally take an action is a bit much. We should capture them right on this Wall Street one, because this video is so great. In which case I said, I think that's a great idea. And we subsequently did it. In fact, this video is so great that any opportunity I have, I want to show it. So if you guys would allow me, can we just play it for 2 minutes, right?
Dear Wall Street, the greatest trick ever pulled was you convincing the world that you don't exist.
Money buys elections. You exist in the government. Money buys houses. You live in homes. Money buys education. You live in thoughts. Money buys survival. You exist in families. Money buys media. You exist in the news.
When you held our government hostage and mandated only Wall Street companies be deemed essential, you went way too far, because the way you took our family businesses from us, you left us with nothing for you to control.
Over these last 2 years, you've taken away our belief in elections, in doctors, in fairness, in law enforcement, in opportunity, in genders, in privacy, in schooling, in family, in media, in science, in all basic freedom.
Because you have even taken our customers, we are now forced to become your employees, to work alongside our former employees who you also took. We watched how you printed trillions of dollars in your bailouts for our great-grandchildren to pay back. And just to rub it in, you left us to pay the inflation on gas prices with unemployment, while you cash out billions in stock price inflation.
Either we trust being your customer and your employee, or we destroy you by simply walking away.
Because you only care to take more people's money, you're selling your companies at 30 times their profits. Those who buy your stocks are buying what you've convinced them they'll be worth 30 years from today. What would happen if all of a sudden your companies lost their customers, if we walked away?
And unlike every other time you've crashed, this time will not hurt us. It'll be because we chose to no longer be your customer, but instead be each other's customers.
The money wouldn't disappear. You would.
And do you really think we are going to vote for government to bail you out again? We demand better.
Rhino is built for this exact moment. For rhinos, by rhinos.
Guys, I gotta tell you, every time I watch it, I still get chills. And the coolest part about that is that's everyone's voice from Rhino. Like, everyone knows that, but for those that are new, that are just joining us today, that wasn't a video found somewhere. That's a video that we wrote together and that we read together. That is the voice of the members of this platform. And that's super cool. So along the lines of, if you find that to be impressive, well, we went ahead and sectioned out who we are, what are we, where are we, why Rhino past, why Rhino present, why Rhino in the future. And that, we believe, is going to be a pretty strong invitation to who we are and what it is we do. So I want to go ahead and cover that. That's where the partnership program will bring your recommended friends and family and strangers to this page. Excuse me. What else did we solve yesterday? So I think that was it. That was what we fixed yesterday. I think that's all. Okay, so cool. Let's go ahead and have a little bit of fun, right? So I want to go ahead and introduce you to Rhino Wealth. Now, Rhino Wealth is just another one of these icons, and it goes quite quietly. Now, for those that don't know, my background is on Wall Street. I've spent many years being actually quite good at what I did there, to the point that I left voluntarily, to the point that I'm banned for life from Wall Street, because when I left, they went ahead and wanted to ask me a million questions why I was leaving. I told them to kick rocks. I had no intention of filling out any of their exit interviews. And they said, well, you're banned for life. And I said, okay, go tell your story walking. So if you actually look up my name, it sounds really, really mean. But for those that know me, do I look like I would even harm a fly, right? So what this video shows is actually what I'm going to walk you through in real time. It's an algorithm that I built personally that encapsulates my entire history of trading stocks. Now, the reason why I was so good at trading stocks was because my background's in behavioral science, right? I love understanding why people do what they do. And in fact, when you take the stock market, what is it? It's the smartest, or at least the most motivated or impassioned people on the planet, all expressing their beliefs in real time with their finances. Meaning if they win, they make money. If they lose money. But even more so than that, if they win, they change the standard of living for those that depend on them. Or maybe they just want to gallivant like a playboy. But if they lose, it's the same exact thing. They could go homeless. They could be divorced. The point is, in no arena in the world is it more competitive, more cutthroat, and more basic animalistic than the stock market, which means if you know behavioral science, you might have a leg up. That being said, I've been able to study how people traded stocks over my entire career, and there's certain similarities and certain patterns that I've noticed. I've then taken all that, taken the emotion out of it, coded it on the computer, and put it into an algorithm, threw it on the computer, and that is what we call Rhino Wealth. Every Monday, I have about a 15 to 20-minute call from 9:30 to 9:50 a.m. Eastern time. And then during the week, I just simply go ahead and send out an email every morning. Hey, guys, this is what we're looking at. Hey, guys, this is what we're looking at. And I got to tell you, people are quite pleased. In fact, I got an email yesterday from one of our people. Hey, Ant, great job. Just made $8,000 today. Thank you. You rock. You know what? Why am I saying that? Why don't I just show it to you? Right? Okay, so it's on our Facebook. So where is it? Come on, you're making me look like a big liar. All right, here it is. So mind you, the date, January 3rd, 3:01 p.m. Today's January 5th. All right, so I lied. It was 2 days ago. Oracle, 40% profit in 2 hours. You the man. So made $8,250, right? So that's pretty cool. So I'm not just making this up. So we have a Facebook group for it. I don't know if you want. I guess you could be. We'll send the Facebook group in the email tomorrow. For now, let's just go over what actually is Rhino Wealth. So Rhino Wealth, like anything else, is simply just me. This is the algorithm, and you can't see it, but it's coded in such a fashion that the numbers only pop up when they're 12 and higher. Now, I'm not going to tell you how those numbers pop up, like how the sausage is made, but just know that I coded an algorithm that demands my attention when it hits the number 12. I start acting on it when it hits the number 16, 17, and 18. If it hits the number 20, then it's the golden moment and we all take advantage of that. So before I show it to you, let's at least show you the performance of it, right? So what you can do on Rhino Wealth, okay, again, we're on distributive marketing, we're on our homepage, we're home right now. We're on the Rhino Wealth section, view Rhino personal portfolio. Now, you know the personal ledger from Rhino Coin. You know all of the things that we introduced from Rhino Coin in terms of all the projections, the statistics, the real time. We do the same thing for Rhino Wealth. So if you were to click this, you would see every trade we've ever made. So let's click it. Now, I got to tell you, it takes a certain special type of craziness to show your trades in real time, because I got to tell you, the majority of people do not make money. Like, do you know how impressive this is? Yeah, we lost on 3 trades, right? How many trades is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So on 13 of 16 trades, we were profitable. What are the percentages? They're all over 30 and 40%, except for this one at 17. And this one I got out of today. Oh, so today was the 5th, right? Okay. Boom. Yeah, so I got out of it today because I was down 60% on this at one point. And there's certain times you just like, get me the hell out of it. I'll live to fight another day. So, but take a look at the time frame. This is back in November. This is January. In what, a 2-month time frame, we've made over 16 trades, with 13 of them being profitable, let's say an average of 35%. Now, the 3 that were negative, minus 40%, minus 78%, that was a nightmare. Minus 36%, we're not perfect. So what do we know off the bat? If you go ahead and put 100% of your money in any one thing, you're a silly goose, right? Because you could go ahead and make 50%, then 36%, then 30%, and you're like, oh my God, my $100 now 150, now it's 190, now it's 300, now it's pop, 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 and then you run into one of these, and the whole thing is sliced. That's not good. So what you should do is, say you have $100, do $20 in each trade. If you want to go ahead and double it because the trade doesn't work out right away and you want to buy more, cool. But you really shouldn't go over 40% in any one position, because if you run into one of these, think about how well you could have been doing, and then all of a sudden 78% is gone. That's like a serious problem, right? So you don't want to go ahead and do stuff like that. That being said, if you're responsible and you take 20 to 40% for any one particular trade, then you could follow along with me. Now, mind you, I'm never recommending to you, I'm never telling you what to do. I'm simply sharing my research with you, because if I were to recommend, that's illegal. It's a felony. I don't have a license to recommend securities. But can I show you what I'm doing with my own money? Yes. Can you then say, well, I want to copy him? That's your own free will. I can't stop you. So before we go ahead and show what the platform actually does, let's go ahead and show you the performance of it. So at least you could say, well, this looks good, I'll listen. Or imagine if every one of these trades was a loser. It would be such a waste of time to watch anything I'm about to show you. And just to be fully transparent, this trade was just closed yesterday at 26%. This trade was just closed today at 5%. This trade was just closed yesterday at almost 42%. So those that are in it have had a good January so far. Okay. Now, mind you, the stock market last year was up like 20%. We're talking about 40% in like individual trades. So there's a difference in what we're doing and what other people have available to them. So let's X out of all this stuff and let's show you how the sausage is made. Okay, cool. So this is what we call our super duper list. These are all of the ones that we've identified to have been, that are of interest to us. But as you can see, you don't see any numbers. What I can tell you is this is an 11 red and green. Now let me explain. The numbers here measure exhaustion. I'm not going to tell you the actual metrics I use, but if something hits the metric I'm looking for, it becomes a 1. If it hits it on sequential days, it's a 2. If it hits it on a sequential day again, it's a 3. And then as that number gets higher, you can understand that whatever we're talking about, that's called exhaustion. If something does something 10 days in a row, it's a bit exhausted. If it does it 12 days in a row, it's a bit more exhausted. If it does it 20 days in a row, it's super duper duper exhausted. That being said, what is it that it's doing? Well, that's our secret, right? Now, how do we denote a company that is having a pullback versus a company that's going bankrupt? Because both of them would go down, right? Like if you bought Lehman Brothers or Bear Stearns because you said, oh my God, it's been down 20 days in a row, let's buy it. Well, guess what? It was down 21, 22, 23, and like a lot of days in a row when it went to 0. That's what these are, red and greens, right? So I call it red and green because when this is red, that's a good thing. And when this is green, that's a good thing. This measures short interest, like how aggressive the fall has been in terms of what is its potential to act as a coiled spring and pop up. This measures actual money flow. Is there real money going into this, or is there money leaving this? So if this is red and this is not green, that means the stock's about to go like a much lower. Like no one's buying it. It's not an opportunity. People are actively looking to get out of it. If this is red and this is green, that means people are actively looking to get into it. Money is coming in. So let's go ahead and show an example, right? So even on this right here, you can see red and green together, boom, right? Red and green together, boom, right? Red and green together, boom, right? Now this does not count as red. That's a dark red. We're looking for the light red. So this is the list that we're looking to buy from. Now, nothing on this list is ready to be bought. This is our list that's just waiting to be our best candidates that we're waiting to get to a price point, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at the S&P 500. Now, these are the 500 largest companies in the entire globe. You know every single one of these companies. So look at number one, Microsoft. Now, you don't see any numbers anywhere. So let's pull it out a little bit further so that we could get a situation where we might be able to see a number. Okay, so Microsoft, we don't see anything going always back to April. And that's fine. There's 500 of these companies. We're company agnostic, by the way. Like, I don't care what 4 letters or what 3 letters in a row it is. If it's going to make us money, I'm good with it. I don't care if I buy ABC or XYZ. I'm buying it simply to sell it. Okay, so let's go ahead and scroll down. Apple, I don't see any numbers. Amazon, no numbers. Google, Facebook. Okay, Facebook, we have something going. So you see the 12, that's all right, so let's scroll into this. Let's get rid of my lines that I made, clean this up a little bit. Now, Facebook was interesting because it kind of didn't work the way we wanted it to. So 12 gets our attention, all right. We don't act till 16 though. So 12, 13, and mind you, there are some of us that don't act till 18. Like, a lot of people think I'm a cowboy and you can't be buying 16s, you gotta buy the 18s. Well, I created it so I can do what I want, but those that bought the 18s are actually smarter than me, because think about it. What are the odds that something, if it gets to 18, that means you've already been a loser since 16, right? Because it's still kind of measuring an exhaustion pattern. So 18 has a much higher probability of being successful than a 16. So those people are ready. So 12, 13, 14, 15 drops down. Here's a 16, red and green. Okay, so I would have bought it here. Now it moves up. But here's the thing, 18 red and green. Okay, it still moves up. Look what happens. 19 red lost the green. Money's looking to get out of it. It's no longer buying it. Boom, boom, boom. The problem is this is Facebook. When it's Facebook, you're like, oh, money's always going to buy it. And I think I actually lost money here because I went ahead and thought I was smarter than my own system. And that's not a good thing. So that was the Facebook story. And it wasn't a good story. All right, so let's continue. Tesla. All right, well, look how cool this is, right? Okay, so as you can see, I circled and highlighted this. So we did act on this. Let me just get rid of these to clean it up a little bit. Here's 16, red, no green, right? You can see that. Let me see if I could enlarge it for you. Okay, 16, red, no green. We stay away from that. There's no green. People are looking to get out of it. People are not looking to buy it. All right, 17, red, there it is, green. People finally got back in. Boom. Now, 18, red, still green, but you lost the red because it made that pop back up. It's no longer a coiled spring, but people are still looking to get into it. Next day, it's no longer exhausted, no longer coiled spring. People aren't clamoring to get into it. Now, if this system was 100%, I'd be a quadrillionaire. But what we can see is at 17, people made money, right? But let's say you said, all right, Ant, I love this system, but I don't just buy things for one day. I like holding it for a little while. Okay. Well, what would have happened, right? Okay, so this is what, 500? It went to 1,200, right? Now, would you have had the courage to hold it this whole way? Would you have had the courage to even hold it past this? It's very easy to look at a stock chart and say, hey, woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? But we do have people that made that run. Michael, I see that you're raising your hand. Would you be so kind to just put your message in the chat and I'll be able to answer it there, unless it's a mistake, which I find that a lot of people accidentally press the raise hand button. But like Sue, for instance, just raise her hand. If everyone could just write a message in the chat function, I'll be able to answer it. So let's continue. NVIDIA. All right, we don't see anything really. We see some 12 and 13s, right? And you can act on it. Like, look, 12, red, green, boom. But we'd like to go ahead and take our highest probability and we wait to like the 16s. So let's see if we can find one, right? Let's continue. Come on, give me something good. I see a Q&A. 1,100 for Tesla is out of my budget. Would you consider buying options? So for Tesla right now, we don't have any numbers. So what I find is I, for a long time, thought I was smart enough that my opinion matters. It doesn't. Everything that you could think of a stock is already in the price of the stock and then some. There's always large money in a stock that's smarter than you. If you know the news, they already knew the news, right? Like they made the news. So I don't buy anything based on any type of fundamentals unless I'm buying it for a long period of time. Like for instance, it doesn't take a genius to say, okay, bond yields are going to go up because our debt is so high and we have no ability to service it. Therefore, I would like to go ahead and sell US government bonds. Like that's a long-term play. I'm very comfortable with that because I know the long-term of it. But for trading, I don't use any opinion. So unfortunately, I don't have an opinion to give you. I simply just follow what my system says because I coded it. Like it's mine. I know what it's doing. Okay, so let's go down. UNH, Visa, Home Depot. Come on, stock market. Give me something that I could show the people. All right, here we go. Disney. Okay. And actually, we did act on this. We shared this in real time. Okay. So here's a good example. This is Disney. Now, Walt Disney. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stock chart first of all. Everyone sees it. La, 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 la. Oh my God, it went down. How do you know when to buy it? Maybe you bought it here, but then it went down here. Do you buy it here? Oh my God, it broke there. What do you do? Ah, right? Okay, cool. Come on. All right. So what do we see? 12 got our attention, and we shared that in real time. And those that are part of Rhino Premier know this. Okay, so bravo. So actually, let me just do that, right? If you tomorrow, if you want to access this program, if you could just respond to the email we sent and just say include me, because what I got to do is I then got to take your email and then tag you to be in this, to receive these emails as well. What I will do starting Monday of next week, though, is I'm going to welcome everyone to participate. So you will have the opportunity to do so. But see, I don't have a button yet where you could just click it. So if you could just respond to the email saying include me, that would be great. In fact, if you want to, how about this? If you go ahead and simply just message me your email right now, I'll go ahead and write it down and make sure that yours is included. Celebrations of town that Disney built. How cool is that? All right, so 12 caught our attention, then 16 red and green. There it is. We acted. That was $143. It went to $159, right? All right, cool. We got Maurice. Let me just write that down. And mind you guys, I know our community is amazing. Wow. All right, let me write all these down. Actually, you know what? I could print out the log. All right, so yeah, just keep doing that and I'm gonna add everyone to it. All right, so that's Disney and obviously it worked out really well, right? Like there it is. Ah, I love it. You guys are amazing. So let's continue. I think PayPal was on this list at one point. Yeah, me and my wife got into this. So we were waiting and waiting and waiting and then 15 and then 16 and we got it, right? And we ran it all the ways up to here. I think we got out right over here. And then boom, it collapsed. Because what we saw was, all right, see, 18, it lost the red. It's no longer a coiled spring. 19, well, it's not a 19. It didn't even get the number anymore. It's no longer exhausted. Look what happened here. No more red, no more green. Bump, 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 right? And again, it's easy to tell a story when you're looking backwards. But you can see this list is not filtered. It's the S&P 500. I didn't make the S&P 500. And when I'm able to tell the same story across the board, that's called consistency. So right now, here's where we are with Adobe. It's on our list. We won it, but it didn't get a number yet. Now, if I want to know what number it is, I could do this and I could see it's a 4, right? Because I know the tricks of my system. So it's not even close to where I would buy it yet, but I really, really want to. So it's on the list. It's red and green. But look over here, 12 red and green, 13 red and green. It never got to a 16. Then boom. So this kind of reacts a little bit sooner because it's Adobe. Everyone loves Adobe. So maybe we'll wait till it gets to a 10. But when we do, it's going to be really good. If I'd invested in PayPal, it was doing good for a year. But last month it came down quite heavily. Frida, yeah, we saw that. So they got killed on earnings. But we were able to go ahead and scalp this because we saw the numbers, right? If you got into 12, well, then you didn't do well. But if you got into 16, you did quite well. And also, if you're wondering what these green colors are, that's what we call trend change bars. These green bars are coded that when the volume is 2.5 times the average volume over the previous 21 days, this happens. And the idea is, if everyone's buying something, there's no one left to buy. And if everyone's selling something, there's no one left to sell. Therefore, when the volume's that high, it's usually indicative of a trend change. So look, it's going up. The volume went crazy. It no longer was going up. Look, it was going down. The volume went crazy. It was no longer going down. So that's what we call a trend change bar. What you'll find is this is like a really comprehensive system. And people always said, Ant, why don't you sell it for like $2,000 a pop? And I said, it's the same reason I don't sell anything. I just believe in people. I believe in a platform. I believe that what we have is worth more than anyone giving me $2,000 a month. And plus, do I look like I need $2,000 a month? I'm living my best life. I'm drinking recycled Voss water. You know what that is? It's sink water in a Voss bottle. And I have a fridge, so it's cold. All right, let's do this a little bit more. It's already 2:36. Let's not keep everyone too long today, but we're just basically showing what it looks like. Come on, guys, give me a number. All right, so we have numbers over here. Come on. What happened? All right, so 12 catches our attention. 16, we start acting. It went down. Oh, darn, we should have waited till 17. 17 red and green. Okay, cool. Look, it's up. 18 red and green. Cool. Look. Uh-oh, we lost our red. Uh-oh, we lost our number. All right, time to get out. Something's not right. Boom, boom, boom. Again, it's not perfect. And the problem is when you're in a stock, you're so emotional. That's why the system's created, so I could strip out the emotion. I could tell you, if I just listened to the system, I would have done better than I do. And I created the system. And I still sometimes don't listen to it. There are times, and people in this that are also on Rhino Wealth know, FCFS, that thing went down every single day. And I was still like, I believe in it, because I didn't want to be wrong. And I lost 70% of my money. All right. Come on. All right. All right, let's say we find 2 more. I think 2 more is fair, right? Okay. Coca-Cola, 12. Oh, no red, but it went up. Let's see. Whew, 2 trend change bars. What is this, Abbott Labs? Oh, I remember this one. I don't know if anyone remembers this, but we did great with this. 2 green bars equals trend change with red and green. Like I sent out a letter for this. Now, mind you, I want to show you something, right? What does this look like when it happens? Okay, let me just delete this stuff. Come on. So when this happens in real life, this is what it looks like. Oh, the stock's going up. Oh, by the way, 2 trend change bars down. Oh, by the way, trend change bar up, right? This is happening in real life, and look at this thing get annihilated. What person in their right mind then sends out an email saying, guys, this is like the best day of our lives. We should do it. And not we should do it, but I'm going to do it. Well, what happens afterwards? Right? Like, and again, what's so cool about this is it's in real time. Of course, I could show this to you now and be like, oh my God, look how smart we were. But do you ever really believe that? Like when someone says that, do you believe them? Because I wouldn't. But you can see this right here. This is still from when we did it. Let me clean it. But that worked out pretty well. And that's 2 trend change bars and a red and green. Like 2 trend change bars, 2 red and greens. Oh my God. That gets Anthony so sexy. It drives me nuts. All right, one more to go. Let's just find out who's it gonna be, who's it gonna be. How about Nike? Like, we know Nike, right? Like, Nike's a pretty big company. We never got to a 16, so we personally didn't act on it, right? But let's see. 12 red and green, 13 red and green, 14 red. Oh, lost the number. All right, so, all right, guys, it looks like there's not that much money coming into this anymore, but boom. So we personally didn't get involved in this, but again, it's not a perfect science, but we're always right there, right? And there are people that said, all right, well, it's Nike. Like, I'm not fearful that I'm going to go bankrupt on Nike, and Nike with a 13 red and green. Why not? Boom. But let me find one that we actually did. Oh, Walmart, we did a while back. I don't want to go that far back, but we did it. Merck. No, you know what we did? UNP. Let me find UNP. We did so good on. Okay, here it is. So UNP is a bit unique because look, all right, so I can delete this all, right? Like, you see what's there. Okay. Actually, one of our team members, okay, I just finished changing the design on all businesses. I haven't uploaded them all yet because it's a second step to this. I just uploaded one, the music and health and life. Do you want to take a look at it? I personally like the original design better. No, go ahead and upload the new ones. I just showed them live, and let's see. Okay. So UNP is a train company, right? Union Pacific. Now, what made this one so unique, let me just make sure everyone's good. What made this so unique was 12 caught our attention, 16 we acted on. Oh my God, was this a nightmare? Down, 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 down. Okay, I'll start uploading now. Great. We lost all of this money on the way down. Then what we call the golden moment, 20 red and green. No matter what, we will always buy 20 red and green. Okay, it went up, but look, it's still going down. 24 red and green, 25 red and green, 26 red and green. Guys, I can't express to you, but when we see a 26 red and green, we sat there and said, yeah, we know we're losing money, but this is what we need to be doing. Like, we were so certain, right? And then what happened? Look how vicious that was. And we said, this is a coiled spring. Like, this is going to be vicious. And one of our members, I don't want to say his name. Actually, everyone knows him, Sudahashu. He messaged every day. He's like, I'm up 300%, I'm up 400%, I'm up 500%. And we're like, gee, golly whiz, like, you should start buying everyone lunch. But that's Rhino Wealth. So obviously you could see the power of what it does. We showed it over a couple of examples. It's S&P 500, nothing up my sleeves, right? So let's take a look at the list that we're currently looking at and why are we looking at them. So let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. So what we know about this is currently an 11. Tomorrow, this is going to be a 12. Now, the market doesn't have many 12s out there because the market's been very choppy, so there's no exhaustion. When a market doesn't know what it's doing, is it going to go up, is it going to go down, is it going to go up, is it going to go down? It doesn't have anything that's going up for a while or down for a while, and we look for exhaustions. But tomorrow's going to be a 12. Now, what is this? This is a 7 to 10 year Treasury bond ETF, which means when bond yields go up, bond price goes down. So bond prices are going down, which means bond yields are currently going up. Now, we believe that to be something that's going to happen for years to come. But do we believe that is going to be the case today? Is it going to run away? I have no clue. But I have a calculator, and I know that they should be higher. I know the government manipulates them because I have a calculator. But what I'll tell you is when this hits 12 tomorrow, will I dip my toe in it? Maybe. If it hits 13, 14, 15, if this hits a 16, I'll put all my money into it, right? But that's how excited I am. And this is in order of the ones I'm excited about. TLT is the same thing, but it's with a 20-year bond. This is currently a 9, red, no green. Okay, so let's move that down a little bit. This is S&P Global, red and green, but only a 5. This is Hologic, red and green, but only a 4. This is CarMax, red and green, but only a 3. This is BioRad, red and green, but only a 4. This is Adobe. Oh my God. This is just falling off a cliff. Oh, it's really, okay. I'm not going to do anything unless this turns green, because we see it selling, but we don't see the volume of selling to be so large that we could say everyone has stopped selling, right? Like if everyone sold, there's no one left to sell. Therefore, things move up from there. But this volume isn't as high as, let's say, this volume. Look at this. Look at this volume compared to this. You would say, oh my God, everyone that could have sold relative to where it's been. And you'd be right. Look, boom, rebound. Over here, oh my God, everyone that sold. Well, you were wrong because it continued, but did it ultimately rebound? Yes. So it's not like we look for 2 green lines in a row because that's certainly indicative, but we say our trend chain bars are invitation, not confirmation, that they invite us to it. But when you see a company like Adobe just falling off a cliff like this, it really catches your attention. But it's only a 4, so we'll leave it alone. Oracle, we made money on that this week. It's still a red and green, but it doesn't have a number associated with it. Pfizer, who has done better than any company ever because of coronavirus. In fact, their profits went from like 40 billion to 80 billion in 1 year, but I'm sure it has nothing to do with, profits. It's definitely about the science. Now my computer's moving slow because it wants to be a dodo bird. What we can see here is it's not red yet. This is a 10. This is not a green, and this is not a red. So we're not going to act on it, but this is a 10. It catches our attention. Now let's give an example of something that's a really high number, but has nothing underneath it. So whenever my computer, see, that's a 20. That's a really big number, but no red, no green. It's not a coiled spring. No one's looking to really get into it. And there's no money flow going into it. So what is Overstock, right? It's an online retailer, but they have a Bitcoin exchange. That's what Overstock's kind of valued as. Oh, they're a Bitcoin company. Well, what's Bitcoin doing? It keeps going down. Bitcoin is something that people trade. They don't really invest in. Therefore, if Bitcoin goes up, this will go up. If Bitcoin goes down, this will go down. But until there's a certain swelling of people saying, oh, I want this, and people buying it even though it goes down, none of these colors are going to change. Oh, we sold this way too soon. God damn it. So as you'll recall in what I said earlier, the stock that I was down 60% in that I just sold just to get out of it, that's this one. I did that over here. So if I would have held it, it'd probably be up 20, 30% right now, but instead it's only up 5%, but I'm out of it, so I'm happy. Okay, so that's that. And we'll be sending out an email tomorrow, and everyone that opted into it, we'll go ahead and make sure that email finds you as well. It goes out at 9:40 a.m. In that email, I'll also invite you to the Facebook group. So you'll get to see how everyone's doing. Everyone posts how they're doing. Everyone shares ideas. It's a really good community. In fact, everyone had been $37 a month to be a part of it, and that was a deal. And then I went ahead and canceled all payments, so now it's just a free group. But I think there's over like 400 people in it. So that's that. It's 2:48. This website's going to change this week. We're going to tidy it up. I'm going to change the copy, upgrade it, improve it. So it's only getting better from here. You know what? Let's end on a good note. I'm going to show you the video for Rhino Charity. For Christmas, we went ahead and bought presents for the children of 23 families. What broke our hearts was that the gifts that they asked for was essential items like sweaters and hats. So in Rhino fashion, we went ahead and did better than that, but it was because of you. So we made Rhino merchandise and we made $800 in profit, right? So obviously much more was purchased than $800, but the profit all went to 100% went to the charity. And it's really cool. Even my wife has like a phone case, so I love it. But we're going to show this video and then I'm going to thank everyone for your time. And then we're going to, I was thinking of a cool word, but no, we're just going to go. So let's take a watch. And for those that are new, that's Abigail, our project manager on the right-hand side. All right, cool. So I'm gonna X out of this as much as it pains me because I love being on Rhino all day, every day. In fact, if I could ever invent something, it would be Rhino. Ha, I did. All right. So I hope everyone's emails will be a part of it starting tomorrow. And I guess that's all we have for today. So love everyone. I will see you tomorrow, 2 o'clock. So I would have had the copy corrected by then. So we'll go ahead and take a little bit of time on the partnership platform. And I'm purposely going to go through step by step because I want to record it and maybe send that out in an email the next day so everyone could see it. So cool. All right. Seriously, love everyone. Bye. Love you, love you, love you. Love you, love you, love you. Love you, love you, love you.